Thank you, Kowal, for helping out with that. I had a dumb.
Alright, welcome back to, this. This is Chinese Super Mario World. I'm really sorry. Yeah. So I'm gonna get started. This run will probably not take me an hour. I actually did de-rust this. When I told them that I was gonna play Chinese Super Mario World, I told them it would take me only an hour, God willing. So now that's the category, 100% God willing. I hope that it takes a really short period of time, but who knows? Let's see, you know? We'll see how it goes. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I have no reason to have to count myself down, so here we go. So, the physics, the everything in this game is really broken. All of these levels should look pretty familiar to you if you're familiar with Super Mario World. Each level is a take on a real Super Mario World level. And I think that they actually did a pretty good job of recreating a lot of Super Mario World. But it's, you know, it's definitely not a good game. Yeah, Darbian held the world record at one point. I've held the world record at more points. Some other guy quite recently took the world record, but I decided to take it back. This is my current speed game project, so if for some reason you're as broken as I am and you enjoy this... Hold on, this jump's impossible. But I got it! That jump's really hard. If you enjoy watching this, this is what I'm working on later, so... Or what I'm working on lately. So feel free to tune in, I guess. You can build up your speed by running against a wall. That's kind of a different thing in this game. And I use that a lot to build up speed in ways that I shouldn't be able to. I should be dead. I should be dead, but I am not. Alright. We made some mistakes, but overall that was a pretty solid level. Alright, so now we're on to Iggy's castle. Now I'm gonna spoil it for you a little bit. Just to go ahead and get it out of the way. There's no way they could have recreated the actual Iggy fight on the NES, just due to hardware limitations. So, this is not the Iggy fight, this will just be a Reznor. I felt like I was doing you a favor by telling you that in advance. Well, we know what company made this and what team made it. It's a very famous bootleg. This was produced by the JY Company and developed by Hummer Team. It's perhaps the most famous bootlegging team. We know a lot about them. So now we're getting to see the cape for the first time. It works, you can fly through stages, but it's not good. It's not good at all. Sorry about that cough, I've got a pretty wicked cough lately, so expect more of that. Alright, so this level's pretty easy. Take off at the beginning, get a good run on this cloud section up here. Well, the thing about the real cape in Super Mario World is that it's really easy to gain height or keep your height stable. In this, you absolutely will always lose height over the course of the stage. You cannot maintain your height, and that's a real problem. It definitely makes some strats less possible or more difficult because of it. It technically is more like the cape movement. Alright, this strat is really temperamental. I don't know if it'll work. We'll see. Okay, it did. That ghost right there, as I fly up there, could potentially be in the way sometimes. It's a problem. So as you can see, you know, it's all normal exits. There's no secret exits in any of this. And the worlds have been mostly cut short, so there's not as many levels in this. There's only 28 levels versus the 74 in Super Mario World. But most of them are fairly faithful recreations of the source material. They didn't seem to get vertical levels right. So, for instance, the third room of this castle is not like the third room of the actual castle in Super Mario World, but they worked with what they had and they produced something okay. So like here, they basically just turned this level into something similar, but it's sideways now instead of up and down. Ooh, I'll just wait for that. So I'm gonna intentionally lose that extra cape because I'm gonna grab the fire flower here. Now, I would like to keep this fire flower, though. And here we see Morton in his natural habitat. The cape is surprisingly better in this than, as a weapon, I mean. The cape is surprisingly better in this than it is in original Super Mario World. There are some enemies that you just know you can't use the cape on, but aside from that, the cape is super consistent. In the original Super Mario World, you can get frame ruled with your cape, depending on what frame you use your cape on. Sometimes enemies just won't be affected by it properly and you can still take damage. But in this, if you're spinning your cape at any point, you're pretty much invulnerable. I'm gonna fly over the end of this right here, because this guy has a tendency to really mess you up. And now we're on to our first of two water levels. The water levels in this are excruciating. This is the speed we will be going for this entire level, and this level is not shortened really in any way. You can speed up a little bit with this technique. If you spin and go off the bottom of the screen a little bit, you get pushed forward a little bit. It's incredibly risky though. Sometimes the game just will not let you pump your arms again and you'll just fall to your death. So I won't be doing that for the entirety of this stage. If I were working on world record attempts, I'd probably try to integrate some of those into the stage. But I won't be doing that right now. This is the speed that we get to deal with. There's no items to pick up, so I can't make this really any faster. But like I said, the cape is super consistent in this. If I'm spinning my cape, even if I'm directly below or above an enemy, it'll work every single time. The TAS also does some interesting things where it pushes its head into the ceiling, and it can zip across the screen. I have not figured out how this works. I'd like to figure it out, but I haven't. Okay, well, not thrilled about that. My ideal version of this stage would not have lost me a cape, but here we are. I will probably have to go back and get a cape. There's really just not anything else I can do. I was trying to do a skip there. You can skip a cycle on the urchin, but it's very difficult to pull off. So I'm just gonna go back and get another cape. You can exit stages before you've done them as well. You can exit a stage at any point, even if you haven't beaten it. Junk. Okay, rude first. Alright, let's try one more time. Getting a cape when you've already got a cape from this guy is really annoying. Can I just say that? Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna clip through the stairs here. I'd like to see all my SMW friends do that. Tell him to get out of the way of the door, because he's basically standing right on top of it. Alright. No, the entire world map's always completed. Alright, so this stage is pretty annoying, so I'm just gonna fly over this part of it at least. The actual platforming required to do that room is really annoying, so I don't. I'm also gonna fly through the beginning of this, because I can, and that it also makes a few difficult jumps more possible. A lot of this platforming here is actually really tough. Like that. Let's try it again. Because I can start and select even before I've beaten a stage, if I catch it quickly enough, the punishment for failure is very small. This stage, for a lot of people who do this game blind, so I've watched a lot of people play this game blind, this stage right here is a huge brick wall. It's very difficult for people to get through this stage usually. Okay, there we go. Ooh, almost missed that jump. Alright, made it to the end. I forgot you can't do that. So I soft lock the fight because, okay, and get this, you're gonna like this. You can kill the boss with fire, but it does not count as actually killing him. And I switched to another power-up while I was spinning. I switched to my fire flower while I was spinning, and I accidentally killed Lemmy. Hey, you know what? This is the stage so nice, we'll do it 3 times. Wait, that doesn't rhyme. The stage so nice, we did it thrice. There we go. That worked. No! No, just... I lost my cape. No big deal. Don't worry about this part. To be fair, I don't usually have a fire flower there, so it doesn't matter. The stage so nice, we'll do it thrice. Explain Reznor? Reznor's an idiot. His hitbox is really bad in this game. We're gonna fight another Reznor before the run's over. His hitbox is super broken. And what that means is that if you are big, so if you have a mushroom, a cape, or a fire flower, you almost certainly will get hit trying to hit the bottom of this platform, like you're used to. So, for both of the Reznor fights, I intentionally orchestrate it so that I go in small. Stop screwing me over, game. If I select, for instance, World 1 from the menu, then it locks me 2 levels before that castle. So I have to select a castle after the one that I want to go to. It's kind of an annoying detail. Alright, one more try. This is a real problem stage in general. This is basically when you speedrun this game, getting this stage done first try is... that's how you know you've got a run going. Usually this isn't as much of a problem for me, but I think just coming off of playing 2 other games has messed me up a little bit. These jumps are just really tight, and that's a problem. There we go. No problem. Alright, no more Potoboo to worry about. Alright, so this was... it took me an uncharacteristically long time to finish this level. That's worse than it usually is. In most PB attempts, I can do that first try. But we hit a few roadblocks that shouldn't have happened. I forgot not to switch to my fire flower. That was the real one. Nope, that's the Lemmy Castle. We'll fight Wendy later. Don't worry, we're getting there. We're getting there. There we go. How many Koopalings are skipped? Just, Iggy, Larry, and Ludwig. The other 4 are correct. No, this was Cookie Mountain. So this is another Reznor fight coming up, so it really doesn't matter. I just need to be small going into this fight, so I take advantage of being able to run across those spikes to save a little bit of time, and then I do this fight small. Like I said, they made some pretty significant changes to up and down levels in general. If you pay close attention, the star music is actually Valley of Bowser music. Almost forgot to duck there. Come on, that's BS. It's ultimately okay because I can get a cape at the beginning of the next stage. Hell, I'll get 2. You know, live a little. It's pretty consistent which boos activate and which don't in the boo cloud. Like, it's not really random. It's fairly consistent. But I got kind of unlucky because one of them, I feel like, activated earlier than he usually would. I'm just gonna go ahead and get 2 capes here. I feel like I'll be doing myself a huge favor. So, like I said before, there's 2 water levels. This is the second one, and they are excruciating. There's really nothing you can do about them. This would be a great time for donations. We have $75. Greetings from Germany. Put this money toward kicking cancer's butt. First time donator, long time donator. What's happening with my points? Good eye. They're broken. In water levels, they just change randomly. No, it didn't. What? How did I get hit there? See, this is why I got 2 capes. Alright, now Bimbo. We're past that game. There's a skip I can do if I can slide down just the right angle. Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna work. Hopefully I didn't kill myself, because if I have to do this whole stage again, I'm gonna be displeased, but I wanted to go for it. Sometimes you just feel ambitious, you know? Technically, I should be able to beat the end of the level, but there's a Charge and Chuck over here who is a real bully. Leave me alone. Everyone say, Charge and Chuck, leave me alone. Charge and Chuck, no chargin'. Charge and Chuck, no chargin'. I'm gonna get another cape. If you guys are okay with that, I'm gonna get another cape. Alright, we're past that game. I can't save my game. Grabbing another cape, no big deal. Now we're fighting Roy. Alright, this is Forced of Illusion 4, so, you know, they had limited stages they could recreate, so even though we're out of Forced of Illusion, this is Forced of Illusion 4. Hopefully you can see why it is that my sum of best in this game differs so greatly from my PB. My PB is a 35-47, and my sum of best is like 30 minutes. Because 5 minutes worth of mistakes in this game are like a given. That was a gold split, guys. I know you can't see it, but that was a gold split. Alright, I'm gonna try... I have got 2 capes right now. I'm gonna try my new strat on this ghost house. It might backfire, but I'm gonna try my new strat. It's a good strat. Alright, so I'm gonna go past the door and come back and try to fly up into it. Got it! Who's your boy? Who's your boy, authorblues? Let's go. It's your boy authorblues back for another spicy speedrun. That was a gold split, by the way. Just want you guys to keep track of where the gold splits are. That's where the gold splits are. Alright, so pipe fly. I can fly out of pipes. That Charge and Chuck's a jerk, so I'm gonna just fly right past him. I don't think I maintained my height well enough here, so I'm gonna go ahead and fly out of this one too. Alright. This fort here is awful. This is actually Choco Fort, if you're familiar with that from the original game. This is really hard. This is a really hard level in this. That was the best first room I've ever done. Alright, that was the best I've ever done. I've never done that fort better than that. It's funny because the hitboxes for the Koopa kids in this fight are just as messed up in this version as they are in the actual version. In the actual game. Okay, that world was almost solid gold splits. I'm pretty happy with that. This is a really tough level. There's a strat that I do at the second half of this. I'm going to try to get the midway tape because the odds are I'm going to die going for this. I haven't perfected it exactly, but I'm working on it. But the odds are I'm going to die. Because it's a really tough strat here. Let's see if I can get it. That's what it looks like when you die. Alright, well, the second half of that stage is way easier if I have 2 capes. So I'm just going to get 2 capes here, and then it's free. I shouldn't be terribly surprised. I actually messed up my setup for the strat, but it's okay. But 2 capes makes it free, so let's just do it. No reason to complain, let's just beat the level. And I made sure that I hit the gold tape, or the midway tape there, so that I didn't have to do the first half of the stage again. course, now I won't need the second cape because I'm going to nail the setup. Yep, didn't need it. Didn't get hit. No big deal. We continue on. Thanks, Sacrificial Toast. I think so too. Alright, this is a pretty tough level as well. Actually doing this level fast is really hard. I'm gonna go ahead and lose the time to get the Fire Flower here. The Fire Flower just makes it so that I can kill these guys. Oh well. It wasn't slated to be. Alright, I didn't get the midway tape either. So we're just gonna do the level again, no big deal. This is a really brutal level. It seems really straightforward because of the fact that the level in the original game isn't terrible, but everything is coded so much more poorly in this version, as you might expect, and it really just messes everything up. Alright. Come on, take off, idiot. There we go, that's the strat. Oh no! Okay, we're okay. We did it. Team, we did it. Alright, we get a nice little break right before the Bowser's Castle. This ghost house is actually really easy. He says and then probably immediately dies, but... And now it's time for Bowser's Castle. Let's finish up strong. If Bowser's Castle goes well, we'll still get sub 40, which, honestly, in this setting, I would take a sub 40 in a heartbeat. Sub 40 is pretty good for this game. Pick just the right height. There's a safe spot you can walk through, or you can climb through here. Go in the door. Alright, so now we got the Bowser fight. This is gonna look pretty familiar, right? This is looking pretty good. Look at this. This is a spicy Bowser fight. The thing is that when you throw these Mecha Koopas at him, they don't go away. So I can just keep throwing the same Mecha Koopa. You jerk. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it! I just want to put out there that I hit him very clearly that third time. No sub 40. Happens. Oh, this is pretty low flight there. I think we'll find the strength to carry on. Oh, okay. Well, might as well lose one of my capes now. His hitbox is like very far on the left of him, which is a problem for getting some of these hits. There we go. Round 2 done. There we go. I would have liked to have seen a sub 40, but 42 is not bad. It was a little rough, but I'm happy with that run. Thank you so much to BBG for allowing me to play this. I was originally going to be playing Wanda Game-a-thon, but my CDI wasn't working, so thanks to them for allowing me to substitute this in at the last second. I kind of threw it together in a hurry.